Michigan, the Wolverines, had an exhibition on Friday. Nice Wolverine hands. I'm trying to find the box score right now. I literally can't find it. I'm just looking. But they looked really good. They looked
That's
really,
your.
really good.
Has anyone ever told you like that might be your one like kryptonite or weakness in the college basketball
Finding
space?
box scores.
You are bad at finding box scores.
There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on. I'm trying to like tweet out that we're doing Bleacher Report in 40 minutes. I'm trying to make thumbnails for this so this episode can get out before games start at 4 p.m. today. I'm trying to host this show. I'm trying to do my other jobs before I actually get pushed out the door. There's a lot going on today, Cart.
Respect.
I found the box score, by the way, in the process of me ranting about how bad I am at box scores. Look, everyone, the story of this Michigan game, it's going to toe the lines of like, ooh, Michigan fan getting excited about Michigan. Greg's being so stupid. Everybody looked good. Every single guy on Michigan looked really good. I watched this game from start to finish. And I see, now that I saw them play a game, I see how this team beat Marquette. Like, I can see it. This team just looks good right now. And it's the guys they brought in. Trey Jackson led this team in scoring off the bench. He's coming off the bench behind T. Will right now. Trey Jackson was 8 for 10 from the floor, 3 for 4 from three. He finished with 20 points. Doug McDaniel, like a lot of people aren't even mentioning him after this game. He had 16 points, was 3 for 5 from three. Like just the engine of this team offensively, 3 assists to 0 turnovers. Terrace Reed played 11 minutes, Carter. He played 11 minutes in the first half. He didn't play a minute in the second half. They gave him the superstar like load management thing. He finished with 13 points and 10 rebounds in 11 minutes. He had a double-double in 11 minutes in this game. He was just physically dominant.
You got to mention he drew 6 fouls in that 10 minutes too.
Dude, he passes the eye test. Like he looks like Michigan's best player, and it's not close right now. Like all the speed and the quickness for his size is just there. And look, I get it. They're playing Northwood. You can't take much from that, but you watch what Terrace Reed did in 11 minutes in this game, and you're like, oh yeah, the reports that Michigan just destroyed Marquette's front court, that happened because Terrace Reed looks like a dude who's going to do that to a lot of people. And more importantly to me, he wasn't in foul trouble and he hit shots. He was 3 for 5 from the free throw line. The stroke looked really good. He hit a 3 that didn't count because it was after they called like a screen foul, but literally he was going to shoot a 3 in the half court and he hit it and it got wiped out. So I'm buying all Terrace Reed stock I can. We haven't even mentioned Kamwa, who finished with 11 and 8 here. Hit a 3. Namari Burnett was 3 for 3 from 3 in this game, 9 points, 6 assists. Basically every single guy looks like a contributor right now. And George Washington had 12 shot attempts off the bench, backing up both guard spots. So I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if you've seen the Matthew Lowe's ball or what, but you definitely have seen texts from me being like, holy shit, dude, I think this team can actually play. What are your thoughts on Michigan at this point?
Yeah, so I did have a chance to watch the Matthew Lowe's ball of this game, and I left from that, granted against Northwood, but like you can just see something with like this Michigan. They're not as bad as people led to be on. And I think me and you kind of got ahead of the 8 ball, letting people know they're not going to be as bad as people think they're going to be. Just know that they are not going to be as bad as people think. And the people that are putting them like between like in that Penn State, Minnesota range, like the demise, what do they say? What's the phrase? Like the demise was over exaggerated. I don't know what the exact phrase was, but like this team has something. Also, Olivia, I didn't know Olivia and Kamala had 6 assists in this game too, so he was damn near flirt with the triple double, and limited turnovers from everybody. Granted, against Northwood, not a team that can really force turnovers, but they have something. I don't know necessarily what the bench is going to look like. Trey Jackson was able to contribute, but I think he might be a starter over T. Will moving forward, just because I thought T. Will was disappointing in my eyes as far as players on the team that did something. But yeah, I left impressed with Michigan and also impressed with Northwood guard Colin Albert, who managed to get up 20 shots and was 3 for 20 from the field. That's special, kid. Just know that. Like, if you're going to go out and lose by 50, get yours. Get them up.
That is
shout out
special.
to Colin Albert.
It is special. Yeah, I don't even think we've mentioned the way I think this Michigan team's going to win a lot of games, though. We're talking all how did guys individually do offensively. This defense was smothering. Again, it's Northwood, but like it's an exhibition game. I've watched a lot of the exhibition games. I haven't seen a lot of exhibition games where the opponents just like can't even get a shot up. much. Like for the first 15 minutes of this game, Northwood was barely attempting shots. That's how good Michigan's half-court defense was. And when you step back broadly and look at it, like Namari Burnett and Olivier Kamwa are elite defensive players. They just are. Like there's nothing we've seen in their careers thus far at a combined 3 different programs that have been elite defensive teams, all 3 of them, that tells us these guys aren't great defenders. Like that's the most refreshing part of it for me. And I'm trying not to like always draw it back to next year, but like it's been so long, dude. It's been so long since I've watched a Michigan basketball game and just seen guys who like do all the little things and play high IQ ball and are unselfish and like gel. Like that's what this team has done for me in the short time that I've watched them. Like as talented as they were last year, like the guys on that team were out for their own. Hunter Dickinson was out to do his nonsense. Jett Howard was out to get his 16 shots a game. Like it just is what it is. Olivier Kamwa and Namari Burnett are staples of this team that are perfectly okay if they shoot the ball like 4 times a game. Like they don't force the issue. They let Terrace Reed and Doug McDaniel do what they need to do and be the core of this offense. But meanwhile, they both like tallied 5+ assists in this game. They both hit threes in this game. They both capitalize when their number is called within the flow of the offense without needing to run plays for Olivier Kamwa because he needs to get his 20 to go be a lottery pick. Like that's really special to me. And I think there's the makings of that 4 being really, really damn good. Like you can look around even the top levels of this conference right now. Give me the 4 of Doug, Namari, Terrace Reed, and Kamwa. I think that 4 stacks up with everybody up to like the Illinois level. I truly believe that 4 is right up there. The question for Michigan is what do they have depth-wise? And the answer is not much. Like I'm okay right now. I'm okay with Terrence Williams starting because I think you need something that matters off the bench. And Trey, the shot looks for real with Trey Jackson. I don't know if anything else does, but he can run, he can dunk, and he will make open shots. I fully believe that. He looks pretty damn good at that right now. So I like him coming off the bench. This is now the second time in 3 live action settings that everybody came away saying Trey Jackson was their best offensive player. It's a good sign. George Washington, I'll give him credit for this. He didn't shoot the ball great in this game. He's not scared at all. Like we gave credit to my man with 20 shots for the other team. Like I think George is going to get him up and he can create space. Like back to my favorite phrase. Can he create space? George can go get a shot on his own, like one-on-one late shot clock stuff. Like he'll create a look. Will it go in always? No, but there's some Dwayne Washington vibes to him. And it took Dwayne a couple of years to be like a really good player. But I think as far as like Energizer Bunny bench guy, I kind of see that right away for George. But outside of that, like Will Cheddar is going to play for this team and he gives them nothing.
Hey, Will Cheddar, 13 boards, damn it.
Fake boards.
Fake boards, okay.
Fake boards.
Also, did you just pull that Dwayne Washington comp? Did that just happen just now?
I've been sitting on it for a while, but
I mean, because that's a great comp, my friend. I love that comp.
Yeah, it's a good one. I think they're similar guys, and of course, they have the same last name. So, undersized little Energizer Bunny scorer guards. Like I think there's a world where before George leaves Michigan, he's like a 15 a game guy, and in year 1, you just want him to contribute a little bit.
And literally, all he does is right now he's number 40. Namari leaves, he drops to 0, becomes number 4. Dwayne Washington was 4. He scored. I mean, the pathway is there.
Everything is there. It's very special stuff.
Except his name is George Washington III.
I will say this. I'm taking names. There were a lot of people. I know who you are. It's a message. I know your names. I know who you are. I have your playbook. I saw if you pick Nebraska over this team, knowing who Olivier Kamwa is, I have your name. I have you on a list, okay? You're in the Notepad app. You're probably going to be in a Word document in about an hour because I need to take this more serious and migrate it from the notes to the Word doc. It's not happening. I'm sorry. Put some respect on this team. I've seen now at least every Big Ten team at least once in some form. I'm telling you, this Michigan team is way undervalued compared to where they are. Like, give me this team clearly over the Iowas, the Northwesterns, the Rutgers, the Indianas right now.
Over Budarius?
I love Boo, man. I absolutely love Boo. Michigan's top 4 is so much better than Northwestern's top 4, even with Boo.
I'm not mad at the take. That is a really solid 4. There's a lot of teams in this country that would take that 4 and ride with it.
I want Kansas. Give me Kansas. I'm saying it right now. I want Kansas. I want Michigan, Kansas somewhere, somehow. I want Kansas. Give it to me. All right, that's the show today. Man, I can't wait. The season's here. This is so fun.